Nevada State Trooper will be laid to rest today after losing his battle with COVID-19. Trooper Clifford Fontaine passed away November 27th because of health challenges related to the virus. And 13 Action News reporter Abel Garcia is joining us live right now in studio with more on how the community is now responding to the trooper's death. Abel, good morning.
Kalina and Dave, the people I talked to tell me Trooper Fontaine will be dearly missed. They say he was someone who would walk into the room and always found a way to put a smile on your face. They tell me losing another hero is devastating, as Cliff Fontaine is the 7th law enforcement member in Nevada to die because of COVID.
It leaves a big hole that nobody else can fill.
On November 27th, Trooper Clifford Fontaine's family made the announcement after he lost his battle against COVID. He passed away at the age of 54 and has left behind his wife, 8 children, and a community that cared for him deeply.
There's people still alive today because Trooper Fontaine showed up to work on a particular day.
Fontaine started his career with Medic West as an AEMT, then became an airline mechanic, and later decided to go through NHP Academy here in the Valley. He was sworn in as a trooper in 2005 and worked for NHP for 16 years. But during this time, he never stopped saving lives. He continued as an AEMT for Medic West.
Everybody everywhere in the Valley has experienced loss from the pandemic. It doesn't matter if you're police, fire, or EMS. We've all had somebody who has been affected by it.
Trooper Fontaine is now the 7th law enforcement member in Nevada to die because of COVID complications. Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department Lieutenant Eric Lloyd and civilian employee John Melwalk died last year before the vaccine was available. This year, Officer Jason Swinger, Officer Philip Closey, Sergeant Douglas King, Officer Edward Contreras, and now Trooper Fontaine.
It's a shock. It's a shock when you lose a loved one and they were there with you one moment and the next day it's like they're gone.
Mindy Lloyd lost her husband, Lieutenant Eric Lloyd, last year in July because of COVID. She says losing your other half is devastating. She mourns with not only the Fontaine family, but thousands of families who have lost their loved ones to the virus. She understands that moving forward, things will never be the same.
You know, the first Christmases, the first Thanksgiving, their first without dad, you know, that for me is painful for her.
She says local agencies are doing what they can to protect our men and women in uniform. But Lloyd says our law enforcement's chances of getting COVID are higher.
They're actually working in street corners, you know, they're dealing with criminals that are sitting in the back of their police car. So their environment is constantly, it's not sterile.
Lloyd says she hopes we as a community will reach herd immunity, but until then, she says everyone needs to do their part to stay protected. Trooper Fontaine's funeral service will be held at the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in North Las Vegas at 10 a.m. The organization behind the blue is accepting donations at this time to help support the family. If you would like to support Trooper Fontaine and other members of our law enforcement who have died because of COVID, visit this story on KTMV.com for a direct link. Abel Garcia, 13 Action News.
Thanks, Abel.